Well, let's move on to the insane division that is the AFC West. All right. Now, I think everyone agrees that the Chiefs are the best team in that division, and maybe all of the AFC if you're not a big Bills fan.
Yeah.
But who's the second best team in that division?
Well, Vegas says it's the Broncos or Chargers, not the Raiders, even though the Raiders were second last year, made the playoffs, and the other two teams didn't. The Raiders out of Vegas are fourth in that division, and the other two teams have now passed them up. So I'm going to look at those other two teams. I'm going to assume Vegas probably knows something that we don't know about the Raiders. I'm going to say out of those two other teams, I'm going Denver, man. I like the Broncos here. They had the best defense in the division. Well, they had the best defense in the division last year. Look at their defensive stats, and they made it even better. They got a better defense. They bring in edge rusher Randy Gregory. They bring in defensive tackle DJ Jones, and they bring in slot cornerback Kawan Williams. So they bring in, they bolster the defense. That defense was stifling at times. Yeah. Now they bring in Green Bay's OC, and the Green Bay's OC now that coached Aaron Rodgers now picks up the offense, and they got the running backs. Okay, so now they got Russell. Russell, you're not seeing stuff out of Russell like you're seeing some of these other quarterbacks. Russ is a leader out there. He's bringing leadership on and off the field. They got the total package here, man.
All right. Hey, I disagree. I think that Russell Wilson is a little overrated at times, even though I like him. I think it's clearly the Chargers. I think they blew I think they blew that game at the end of the year versus the Raiders, or else they would have been in the playoffs.
Chargers plus 220, Broncos plus 260. They're really close in Vegas.
Yeah. So I just think you want to talk about additions. That Chargers defense was pretty dang good, and they were missing Derwin James. They bring him back, who's supposed to be one of the best safeties in the game. They go get J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, who was the most sought after corner in the free agent market. He gets a huge deal. And they trade for Khalil Mack with Joey Bosa on the other side.
Ooh, that's vicious.
It's a vicious, vicious defense. You want to talk about a guy that Herbert's shattering every record for first and second year quarterbacks right now. And he has Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They brought in Gerald Everett, great pass catching tight end. They already have Austin Eckler in the backfield, and their offensive line is growing to be one of the best in the NFL. I love everything about the Chargers and the direction they're headed. I think that they are no question to me the second best team in this division. I personally don't think it's close.
I don't think so, my man. I don't think so. Plus, the Broncos got Formula One star Lewis Hamilton to join the Broncos ownership group. So this is like the cool franchise now. They got cool leadership, cool owners, and now they got Russ. Okay, so this is going to be kind of cool out there, man. The fans are into it.
Should we put a beer wager on it then? Who gets second beer wager?
Sure.
Loser buys a beer there. All right. Deal.
Hey, do you know who won the Chiefs won the last 6 division titles? You know who won the 5 before that? It was all Denver Broncos, capped off by that run by Peyton Manning, but he was not the MVP of that Super Bowl that the Broncos won back in 2015. You know who the MVP was?
Von Miller.
Von Miller, a name that's been circulating here lately, man. Von Miller was the MVP of that last great Broncos team. So they could be back. That's what they're thinking. Hey, you know what, though? Wrapping this one up, and the best bet in Vegas, I still think, is the Raiders. They're 6-1. I mean, 6-1. The other team's 2 to 3 to 1. Raiders 6-1 to win that division. I think that's a good bet right there.
All right.